Troll the internet and you'll find hundreds of articles titled "What if Southampton had kept all their best players?" Yawn, boring. Don't people have anything better to do? If you're a Saints fan, it seems like reminiscing about how you once had Sadio Mane and Morgan Schneiderlin and Lovren and Nathaniel Clyne. Well, it truly is one of your top 10 things to do in your leisure time. I mean, you do have a sick youth system, producing the likes of Luke Shaw, Callum Chambers, Theo Walcott and Gareth Bale of late. Oh, and Wayne Bridge. The problem is, these guys are never exactly keen on staying on the south coast. Perhaps a massive Oceania isn't as classy as you once thought. Sorry Sutton. But never mind, that's nothing to worry about. Not when you have a copy of Football Manager 2018, the editor tool, and work for a gaming channel as incredible as Top Corner Gaming. So, f the past, we give you a parallel universe future. We give you Southampton with all their star players, back at the club, reunited and ready to propel the club forward from 2018 to 2022. Let's take a watch. First thing to look at is the influx of players who we suddenly bolstered the Saints squad with. To make that easy, we'll just lazily list them on the screen now. All former players and the cream of the crop. Nathaniel Clyne and Adam Lallana back from Liverpool. Schneiderlin from the blue half of Merseyside. Victor Wanyama, Tottenham. Sadio Mane, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain and Dejan Lovren also from Liverpool. Gareth Bale of course, Luke Shaw and even Graziano Pele. And more still, Jose Fonte from West Ham and Callum Chambers and Theo Walcott from Arsenal. Whew, geez, that's 13 players and quality players too. So what happened to Sutton this season? Immediate EPL winners? Nah, not quite. It was a respectable 7th place finish. The next team sat behind the so-called top 6. One of the most interesting discoveries was that not all of these old boys made it into the starting lineup. If we check here with the best 11 from the end of the season, the team starts with Alex McCarthy, who shimmied Fraser Forster to the bench. The defence kicks off with Ryan Bertrand at left back, well ahead of Luke Shaw, who only made 6 appearances. Next there's Wesley Hoot and Virgil van Dijk, so no room for the likes of Fonte and Lovren. They're just not good enough. In fact, the only player who walks into this back four is right back Nathaniel Clyne. Interesting. The centre midfield is buoyed with familiar faces however, a strong partnership of Schneiderlin and Wanyama. The attacking trio is also pretty damn awesome, especially if you're a fan of Stephen Davis. Here, the cultured Northern Irish attacking midfielder is gifted with Gareth Bale to the left and Sadio Mane to the right, those two proving the club's joint top goal scorer with 12 apiece. That also leaves Theo Walcott and Oxlade-Chamberlain on the bench, Lallana too, with Gabbiadini leading the line and Pele his reserve. That does make quite a bit of sense. I mean, for all of the awesome players that Southampton have lost over the past few years, most of them were in fact replacements for the ones who they first lost. Then, you know, replacements again. It's been a constant stream of quality in similar positions at St Mary's, and now it's just a case of having them doubled up in the same areas, and it hasn't really helped. The Saints' highest ever Premier League finish in real life was 6th in the 2015-16 campaign, and over the previous 2 seasons they also finished in more than respectable 7th and 8th place positions under the stewardship of Pochettino and Ronald Koeman. To break into the Premier League's new Power 6, it's going to take something pretty special. Can the new Bale & Co do it over the next few seasons? Well, there were a few huge difficulties Southampton would face heading into the 2018-19 campaign and beyond. Yep, you guessed it, players leaving. Saints fans, sit back and get ready to hate hated players even more. Here we can show you the little sods who, even in a parallel world where they were brought back into the club with all the other best former players to lead a Premier League title charge, they still packed their bags and left. So, Lovren was first to set the trend. In fact, he set his sails in January 2018, about 6 months after he was brought back to the club, presumably realising that he wasn't actually going to get in the team. Cashing in for 30 million though, happy days, and we love this. On the surface, it's a mega move to Barcelona. Dig a little deeper though, and you'll see he played a total 6 games in 3 seasons, before he was eventually palmed off to Swansea. None of these other former players actually left that season, which is nice, just that money-grabbing snake Lovren. Although in 2019, Mane did depart to Manchester United for 68 million. You can't really knock that, he's one of the best players. The following term, Callum Chambers also bid his goodbyes after failing to break into the team, but that was it in terms of the old boys. Fair play to Theo Walcott, Luke Shaw and Gareth Bale & Co for sticking around, especially considering they went on to finish 8th, 17th and then 10th. Oops, spoiler alert. Yep, the Saints weren't able to build on their immediate burst of success, the 2019-20 season proving catastrophic as they avoided relegation by the very skin of their teeth, literally goal difference. And that was a team that looked like this, still more than decent, with Bale, Lallana, Shaw, Clyne and more. So Southampton fans, it looks like even with all the band back together, success is still pretty much on level to what is going on today. There's some good seasons, marred with the bad. There's no cup trophies either, and perhaps this whole selling your best players and replacing them with new ones actually works on the South Coast. Because according to Football Manager 2018, regrouping all the old boys doesn't wield any extra success. And if anything, it hinders the development of some of the Saints' brightest youngsters. James Ward-Prowse, for example. He had to be sold off to Burnley because he wasn't getting a game time. But at Turf Moor, he's developed into one of the best midfielders around and is now valued at nearly 30 million. That does it for HITC Top Corner Gaming. Hit us up in the comments if you have any more ideas for Football Manager experiments. We'd love to hear of them. I've been Liam Curtis. Remember to like and subscribe HITC Top Corner Gaming.